Hello, everybody. Welcome to George's Riddle Academy. I am George Nicolis, a two-time national Sudoku champion. Uh, Today, I I share with you this Sudoku session where we're going to solve together a few Sudokus, classic Sudokus, and at the end of the video, we're going to solve a killer Sudoku, which is the most interesting part of the video. Okay, today I'm not going to solve the Sudokus in high speed and break records and all this stuff. I'm just going to share with you the basic techniques and strategies of Sudoku. In addition, I'm going to publish a video in approximately 1 week about all these techniques and strategies to enrich your knowledge about Sudoku. Okay, so we begin with this easy Sudoku. Then we're going to increase the difficulty. Um, and now I show you the logic behind the solution of its Sudoku. In my opinion, our first priority in a Sudoku is to search for rows and columns with with a few missing numbers, with a few empty cells. For example, in this column there are three missing numbers, and to be precise, the missing numbers are 4, 5, and 7. Okay, what's the plan? The plan is to detect uh, these numbers in the rows, on the same rows with the missing number. For example, in this row, there is 5 and 7. 5 and 7 occupy this cell, so there is no possible way to have a 5 or a 7 here. So what do we have? A 4. Now we have a 5 in this 3 by 3 grid, so we put a 7 here, and here goes number 5. Okay, that's just the beginning. The first column that we filled in this Sudoku. Now I can see this row with three missing numbers, which are 1, 3, and 6. There is a 3 here and a 6 here, so 1 goes here. There is a 3 here, so 6 goes here, and 3 goes here. So simple. And now let's make a very a vital observation. The observation is that in this 3 by 3 grid, there are three missing numbers. When we have three or two missing numbers in a grid, we have all the chances to find the missing numbers. But I'll teach you later that there is a possibility there we're going to find pairs of numbers in grids, which is not bad because we know the numbers existing in the grid, but we don't know its specific position. In that case, we have 1, 6, and 8 missing, and that's quite interesting because one already exists in this. That's the first pattern that I was going to show you, and we put an one here. 6 and 8 remain in these two cells. That's exactly the case that I was describing you previously. 6 and 8 are a pair of numbers that surely are going to be placed in these two cells. So I can make um, I can use here a very useful technique to find which of these numbers can be placed in this cell. Why? How? In that case, we have this grid with the first and the third layer filled with numbers. So in the middle layer, you see that three numbers are missing. These numbers are 3, 6, and 9. What they say? 6. 6 exists in this grid, specifically in this layer. To be precise, 6 goes here. You know it. So that's the technique. I know that a 6 goes here. So I erase the candidate number 6, which would have gone here, and I place 8, and 6 goes here. So simple. And now I have another pair of numbers. Let's write them down because I forgot to write them down previously. Sorry, it's my fault. Okay, doesn't matter. These are the two possible numbers, the candidate numbers for these two cells. Now you can see that there are two other empty cells. These cells are 4 and 7. But these numbers already exist here, so we know which number goes in each cell. And now we have three empty cells, 2, 3, and 8. 3 already exists here and here, so we put a 3 here, 2 and 8. 2 and 8, we have another pair of numbers, quite interesting. And now we are seeking out for we're seeking out candidate candidate numbers in these three cells. Um, okay, so here we have to take in account these two numbers because they are not fixed yet. So 2, 5, 8, and 9 are the numbers missing. As you see, there is an 8 here, so we cannot put an 8 here. Here, that's obvious, neither here. So that's very nice. We know that it will go here. Excellent. And now there are two candidates, more specifically 7 and 8. 8 goes here, 7 goes here. Amazing. And now there are two candidate cells for 7 here and here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken. Okay, so now we have to change a little bit our plans. We continue the middle of the classic Sudoku. Here are two empty cells, uh, 5 and 6. 5 goes here and 6 goes here. And the 6 goes here due to these already existing numbers. And now there are two empty cells in this grid, more specifically 2 and 5. And we don't have already much information for where to put its numbers, so we write them down, 25, uh, 25, great. And now let's go to the bottom row. The missing numbers are 2, 3, and 9. So we put 2 here, sorry, 2 here, a 3 here, and a 9 here. That's complete. Uh, Now there are 2 and 5. The two candidate numbers in this cell. You know, if we find this these two cells, we can find this one. They are connected. And now we know that in these three cells, the missing numbers are 1, 2, and 5. But one goes here, obviously. Uh, and 2, oh, sorry, 2 and 5 are then here. Now, what's the main idea here? In these four cells, let me write it down. We have the same two candidates, which are number 2 and number 5. This pattern, if you don't recognize it, it's the X-wing uh, technique. Some of you call it a strategy, but there is a slight difference between these two terms that we're not going to discuss now. You're going to see my video, which will be published very soon. Okay, now the same technique as at the beginning of the video. We know that in these two cells there might be a 2. Due to these two, we put the other 2 here, and here we put a 9. So now we know that we cannot put a 2 here. Here go a 2, number 5, number 2 again. That's the X pattern because in this axis we put the fives, in this axis we put the twos. We put 2 here and 7 here. If you saw these two numbers, uh, then in this grid 4 and 9 are missing, so we put 4 here and 9 here. And as you see now, there is a 4 here occupying these two cells and a 4 here occupying this cell, so a 4 goes here. Now the missing number of this column is number 5, obviously. And now we put here number 8. And then the final number of this cell is number 7. Now we put here number 3 and here number 9 due to this already existing number. Now in this empty cell, there is one candidate, 3. In this cell, we put number 8. In this cell, we put number 5. It's complete. Okay, let's enter again the website because I really hate it shows during the solution. I really hate it. Okay, so we continue with a slightly harder Sudoku, a medium level Sudoku. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so the difference with this Sudoku and between this Sudoku and the previous one is that here we don't have enough rows and columns with just a few missing numbers. This Sudoku does not give us enough numbers, but we have to use some more tricky methods that I'm going to teach you, so don't worry. Uh, my first observation in this Sudoku at a glance is that there is a 5 here, so the 5 occupies the whole layer. So the only possible place for number 5 is here. And now we have two candidate cells for number 5, here and here. Great. Okay, now let's look at this column. We have 3 missing numbers, 3, 4, and uh, 6. But 6 is going here due to these already existing numbers. And now 3 goes here and 4 goes here. So now what did you observe? 4 can only go in these two cells according to this grid. So I write this down. Let's continue. Now that's quite interesting that there are two ones here. These two layers are already occupied, so the same thing happens with one in this grid. Another thing that I'm going to mention is that if I can go here, let's write it down. And also, what's quite interesting here, the interesting thing is that 4 can go either here or here, uh, which overlaps with the candidate, with this candidate. Uh, that's the interesting point, that uh, if we spot this number, we can find this and this. It's quite simple. Let's continue. In this row, we have four missing numbers, which are 1, 7, 8, and 9. 7 can go either here or here. Let's write this down. 7, 8, already just here and here. Oh, so that's a pair of numbers. That really simplifies the Sudoku. It's really helpful. So now we know another pair, which is the pair of 1 and 9. Now it becomes very interesting. And you know why? Because there is already a pair here. And I say that because it's going to create an X-wing pattern, which we're going to solve uh, in the next uh, few steps. In this grid, there are missing three numbers, 1, 9, and 3. 3 can slowly go here. Oh, that's quite interesting because I expected one here as a candidate before sending these two numbers. So now we have 1 and 9, another pair. But wait a minute, did you say that there is already number 1 here? So 9 goes here, 1 goes here. Great. And the application automatically erased the notation here. We call it a Sniden notation to honor the three-time world champion Thomas Sniden. That's another story. So according to the notations, we put a 1 here. I told you that this is going to simplify the Sudoku. Uh, Now let's see this column. In this column, 2, 5, and 6 are missing. 6 already exists here and 5 already exists here, so we put a 2 here. Is it a pair of numbers? No, because a 6 already exists here, so we put 6 here and 5 here. We fill the column. Now we continue with this grid, I suppose, because it is really simplified. Thanks to these two, we know that the tools can be placed either here or here, and either uh, here or here. An X-wing pattern. And what else? There's a 6 here, red exists. Oh, but it goes here. Very nice. Four missing numbers. We have all the chances with us. And two missing numbers, more specifically 8 and 4. 8 goes here, 4 goes here. Simple. And now two other missing numbers, which are 9, yes, what else? 7, which already exists here. So we put 9 here and 7 here. Two missing numbers. That's not a pair. That's no longer a pair due to thanks to this 9. We know that 2 goes here and 9 goes here. And now we have a layer, an empty layer. An empty layer with 3, 4, and 9, and 7. Sorry, missing. Uh, so now what can we do? You can write down that 4 can go either here or here. 7 can go here or here in all these cells, and 3 goes here, here, and here. So we are not going to examine in depth this layer because we cannot proceed with these candidates. We just know all the possible continuations. So it's high time we saw for we saw another pattern. That's a quite interesting pattern because one occupies the cells and this one occupies the cell. So one goes here. Did you remember in the previous Sudoku the similar pattern with the number that occupies the entire, let's say, oh, the entire row? Okay, so here there are missing 4, 8, and 9. 8 goes here. Oh, 8 occupies all these two cells. So we put 8 here, 4 and 9, and here or here. So now we know this pair of numbers, 2 and 3, but unfortunately we don't know where its number goes, but that's the main idea behind the pairs. We just know that these numbers are surely going to be placed uh, in the same row or column. It depends on the case, and that was a pair. Thanks to this 4, we can put 5 here, very rational. So now 5 can only go here on or here regarding this grid. Let's write this down. It's very important to take Sniden notations. I really recommend that, especially for championships competitions. Uh, it will help you a lot. I can go also here or here, another two candidates. Regarding this row at the bottom, we have 1, 5, and 2 missing. So we know that one can either go here. Oh, there are already ones, 1 and 1 here. So we know we're 100% sure that number 1 goes here, number 5 goes here, and of course, number 2 goes here. I wrote down 7 and 8 as a pair of numbers, so we know uh, the numbers of this pair, which are 1 and 6. Did you see the X-wing pattern? Okay, so in this axis we put 1 and 6, thanks to this technique or strategy, whatever you want to call it. And now what we can do, I see that 4 can go either here or here. The other missing number seems to be 3. Yeah, 3. So 4 goes here and 3 goes here. And that's why 3 can solely go on the middle layer for now, at the center. 4 and 9, another pair. But I saw now that a 9 goes here, so it's no longer written numbers. Regarding this row, I see 7, 3, 5, and 8 missing. And also, I see these 3 candidates appearing at the same column. That means that the 4th candidate can only go here. And 3. That means that either 5 or 8 can go here. Regarding this cell, 5 and 8, no clue. We need more information about this one. And what was the missing number? It was so I place a 7 here, 100% sure, and the pair of numbers remains here. I told you previously in a similar case that when you see a pair of numbers, it's quite interesting because there is a high possibility that a next swing pattern is going to appear next to it. And what do I mean? I mean